Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. How was your lunch?
I didn't have one because I just sort of caught up with what I needed to sign. So that's okay. I will eat in a little while. I hope you had a good lunch, though.
No, I don't do lunch. Actually, Karina doesn't either usually.
We're
Well,
not
it's
sure what
it's
lunch is, Judge. We haven't had one of those since January 1.
who is that?
ADA Sanchez, Judge.
And you haven't had a lunch either?
No, we don't really know what lunches are anymore. It just kind
Oh,
of runs together. So
I don't have any trouble believing that because y'all are very productive. So, but I don't. I should make sure you guys have a lunch, at least a break or something. But
Or if we get done earlier, that'd be even better.
okay, well, all right. Let's go ahead and bring everyone in. We are live on YouTube. Let's bring everyone in. I got you, Alita. I got you, chat. We are going to proceed with these pleas. I believe, Ms. Corley, I do have your paperwork. We're going to go ahead and start with that. If Mr. Andrade can please unmute himself. Will you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, yes.
All right, thank you. This is cause number 65064, the state of Texas versus Miguel Angel Andrade. Counselors, please make your announcements.
Jeff King on behalf of the state.
Linda Corley for Mr. Andrade.
So are you Miguel Angel Andrade?
I am, yes, Miguel.
Are you-
And
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
I am, yes, a U.S. citizen.
All right. So you'll see on the screen a document I am referring to. It's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have reviewed this with your attorney, but if you look at this closely, you'll see that you're charged with the offense of obstruction of a highway or roadway. Counselor, so Mr. King, this is an amendment, is that correct?
I think you're muted, Mr. King.
Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. This is actually a 2-count information. So we are moving to dismiss count 1 and proceeding solely on count 2.
No objections.
All right, so that is approved. All right, so then the range of punishment for obstruction of a highway or roadway is up to 180 days in Bexar County Jail and or a fine up to $2,000. You understand that, Mr. Andrade?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're going to go to page 2 where it shows defendant's signature. Did you sign that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Do you understand that by signing that document, you are waiving your right to a jury trial? You're waiving your right to remain silent, as well as those other rights listed in that document.
Yes, Your Honor, I am aware.
If you have an agreement with a state and I follow it, but then later tonight or tomorrow you want to take back your plea, you would need my permission to do that. But I do not have to give you that permission. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
All right. If I assess a harsher punishment than what you have agreed to, then you can take back your plea, and nothing you've said or signed for today's hearing can be used against you. Also, you need to know that even if you enter a plea of no contest to this offense, I can still find you guilty of this offense. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Corley, have you had an opportunity to discuss the charge with Mr. Andrade?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your opinion, does he have a factual as well as a rational understanding of the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in his defense?
He has.
I will approve the waiver. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. We have agreed to 12 months of deferred adjudication, a $350 fine, 350, plus court cost, DWI education, uimpact.com, a TAP evaluation, regular UAs for 1/2 the term, $60 reimbursement to Texas DPS, and 45 hours of community service.
Ms. Corley, is that your understanding of the agreement?
It is, Your Honor. Although I would like for the record to reflect that on the paperwork that we submitted, we do need to make some changes on the obstruction paperwork.
Okay, and since we will get to that in just a second, I guess. Well, let me go ahead and make those changes now. Let me look for that. And what is the change you're going to make on the obstruction paperwork?
Your Honor, on the page entitled plea bargain,
Yes.
it actually reflects that he must have ignition interlock for 6 months, but that's being changed to UAs. He's not required to have ignition interlock. According to our agreement, he had a 0.04 on his BAC. So they're switching that to UAs instead.
Okay.
And I believe that was the only change.
Okay. I am writing that in and initialing it so that the clerks will see the change. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Andrade, to the offense of obstruction of a highway/roadway as a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty, ma'am.
Sorry. You have on your waiver no contest. Have you changed your mind about that?
Judge, we did change it to guilty because after I got the obstruction paperwork, that's what they're requiring. So
Okay. I will change it on my paperwork. All right. All right. So I'm going to assess a $350 fine plus court costs. I place you on deferred adjudication for a period of 12 months. I am not making any findings of guilt at this time. You are to complete the DWI education course, the uimpact.com course, TAP evaluation, and instead of the ignition interlock, you are going to be doing regular UAs for 1/2 your term of probation. You shall pay a $60 restitution fee to DPS and 45 hours of community service. I'm going to offer you 24 hours community service credit if you are or become fully vaccinated for COVID. You just have to show proof to the probation department, okay? Is there anything? Thank you, sir. Anything further from defense?
Judge, I would just bring your attention to the section that has for motor vehicles listed in household. We did check that he does possess, but we didn't put the information about the vehicle since we knew that it was not going to require ignition interlock, but UAs instead.
So you want me to go back to that plea?
No, I
bargain
just
sheet?
wanted to make sure we had on the record that we realized that we left that blank, but it was done intentionally since he's not required to get ignition interlock.
Okay, well, that is on the record. And that probably will not be necessary for me to write that in, right?
I don't think so, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Is there anything further, Ms. Corley?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Andrade, in connection with this plea, you filled out a personal data sheet, sir. Do you swear that everything there is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I do want to point out that this is a great resolution your attorney helped you get, but I need you to understand the downside because if you fail to comply 100% with all the terms and conditions of your probation, and the state files a motion and I find sufficient reason to follow that, then I can give you that conviction and revoke your community supervision, assess up to 180 days in Bexar County Jail, and you would have a very limited right of appeal. So it's very important that you take this seriously. And unfortunately, a lot of people get these wonderful agreements and don't always follow them. Life gets tough, life goes on, and sometimes it's not convenient for you to report when you're supposed to, or to complete the courses when you're supposed to. But it really is important to do so. Make that your primary motivation, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand. And
Okay.
did everything.
It's really important, though. I that's why I'm trying to stress it. You're young, and we want you to have a good life ahead of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So at this time, I did follow your agreement, sir. That means you do not have a right to appeal. But I think that I got off track. Did I ask you whether you swear that everything you put in that personal data sheet is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Mhm.
All right, then we can go ahead and adjourn this hearing. I'm going to ask you to join a breakout room. Mr. Corey Richardson is going to give you important information on what to expect and how to proceed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Best of luck to you. And you will watch for that prompt on your screen. It'll say join breakout room numbers, whatever it is, okay? And thank you, Ms. Corley. And then if you have to go on to something else, Ms. Corley, he can just leave from the breakout room, okay?
Terrific. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, next is going to be Mr. Harkowitz. Good afternoon. Do you have a plea that you wanted to get done this afternoon?
I do, Your Honor, but I don't see my client on here yet, and I've texted him to see, I don't know if he's running late or what. So if you could give me a few minutes to find my client.
Okay, that's fine. And your client's name is?
Christian Sampson?
Christian
Sampson?
Sampson, okay. Because I did not see that paperwork. I worked through lunch and got all the paperwork signed. I did not see that as part of the paperwork that I needed to sign, unless it was completed a while back.
It was sometime last week, and
What's the case number?
the case number is 649796.
All right, I'll look that up.
I don't see it on the docket.
Yeah, no, it wasn't on the docket. I had emailed Alita
Oh,
that we had all the paperwork in and wanted to get it, and she suggested we could do this
okay.
Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. She sent me the Zooms, and my client responded that Wednesday at 1:30, so I sent him the Wednesday Zoom, but I don't see him here yet.
Yeah,
Your Honor,
Maybe-
if I may,
yes.
it shows that you've already signed it. You actually signed on March 2nd, 2022.
Okay, let me go back and make myself a copy of from the completed.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're
All
welcome.
right, and Mr. Winter, good morning. No, not good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Who do
So
you
I was
have?
talking with Ms. Sanchez about a bond issue earlier today, so I was wondering if I could just kind of get an update from her about the defendant's name is Gabriel Diaz.
Okay, yes. And I know I did see that also. It was something to do with the conditions, right?
That's right, Judge. Yeah, I filed a motion to modify to remove the GPS.
Okay. So Ms. Sanchez, do you happen to have access to that?
No, Judge, I don't have access to it. I can get access to it, but Mr. Winter and I did talk about it earlier this morning. I did reach out to County Court 7. There is a VPO out of that court that is the same offense date as ours. And the GPS monitoring was placed on both cases, our theft case and their VPO. So in regards to our theft case in this court, the state would be unopposed to you lifting the GPS restriction on that defendant, and then he can deal with the VPO in County Court 7.
Okay, well, all right, so then I will grant it, Mr. Winter.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm going to have to pull up that order so I can sign it. I'm going to make myself a note. Give me the cause number again.
Sure. And I don't think I sent y'all an order, but I can definitely send you an order.
Oh.
It's 667527.
All right, perfect. Yeah, if you can, please, because I can't rely on my memory. It's just, if you come back in 2 weeks and say, hey, that wasn't signed.
Sure.
Okay.
Should I send it to Alita or send it to the clerks or send it to Alita?
Yeah, please. She will take care of getting it to everybody that needs to see it. Okay.
Perfect. I'll do that this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So iPhone de Pablo, who is your attorney, sir?
Silverio Martinez.
Okay. We're going to have to wait for him. He must be in another court. Okay. So what is your full name? Pablo
Salazar.
Salazar. Okay. I know I have those files on my desk at the courthouse, but I will look for that so we can do that plea this afternoon. Okay. Do you want to call your lawyer and make sure that he knows you're here?
Yeah.
Okay. Just go ahead and mute yourself and you can call him. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So I do have 2 more pleas ready. I need have one for Renee Munoz and one for I can't read the writing. It's cause number 633499, but I don't see the defendant, Mr. Brown, here either. Okay, let me go back and get the copy of Mr. Harkowitz's plea. I will be back in a few minutes. Mr. King, will you give me that cause number again on Mr. Harkowitz's client?
649-796. If you want, I could also email you the plea packet.
Okay, yeah,
Would you
that
like
that
that?
might be, well, let me try one more time.
Okay.
649-796. Found it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, Okay. I'm going to also look up Pablo Salazar's plea packet. Can you give me the cause number for that? Anybody have it?
Yes, Judge, I just had to change the signer on that. So that
Oh, okay.
paperwork is still with the defendant.
Oh,
I
okay.
was given a different email to send it to, so I did that, but the cause number is 658937.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So should I wait for that from another source or do you think I can find it on my Adobe Sign?
Once the defendant signs, Your Honor, then it'll go right to your inbox. But
Oh.
unfortunately, that paperwork is still with the defendant.
Oh, okay.
So if they can just take a look at that and sign it, then it should be with you.
Okay, great. Thanks. Salazar, did you talk to your lawyer?
I'm waiting for the sign, the paper to send it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
I didn't open it, so it's taking a long.
okay. But do you talk to your lawyer? He's going to be here?
Oh, let me see, because I talked to the office.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
Well, I'm going to get us off of YouTube for now. We'll go back on when we get back to this.